The showcase Ichigeki did, that was amazing. They scored so high, that was crazy.
And then we have two more awards, one for the winner of the battle for third place.
Macht Applaus für Gamblers! Gamblers! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
And finally the big one for the winner of the battle for first place.
Here we go. We gotta do first place. All right, here we go. Yeah! Give it up for place number 1. Last place.
Last for one, they seem more like the open guys that want to party with you, and they learn through joking around. And it showed in the battle and in the show already, you know, like with some of the gimmicks that they were pulling out.
Franchement, on est content, on a représenté, on a donné le meilleur de nous-mêmes. On sait qu'on a laissé le petit pain d'image. Les gens, ils nous ont kiffé, et c'est ce qu'on voulait, quoi.
楽しかった。自分のダンスで勝負できたし、この仲間と舞台に上がれてね、ベスト賞もらって、面白かったです。なんて言うたらいいかっていうか、もうそこで見てると思うけど、
원래는 대회 끝나면 전화를 잘 안 해요. 나중에 한국 가서나 집에 가서 얘기하죠. 네. 오늘은 바로 전화를 해요.
여보세요? 아빠? 저요. 나 독일이지. 아빠 나 그거 세계대회 우승했어 방금. 우승. 아빠 내가 아무튼 지금 정신이 없으니까 아빠 계속 주무세요. 예. 예, 주무세요. 예.
농대는 얼마?
야, 뭐 어떻게 알았지?
네?
In the first 10 years, Battle of the Year, my aim was to get more and more crews from more and more countries, to get more and more spectators together to see it. But then, more or less, I reached everything. Like we had like 10,000 people in the audience already, and we had crews from all over the world.
You want a beer? Yeah, man, let's go drink some beers. Come on. Time, right?
And then in the last years, I learned that what makes, for me, Battle of the Year special is the little things were happening the week before or the days after. Like people staying together before Battle of the Year, eating together and practicing together and exchanging hopefully a little more than just talking about dancing.
Once these rival crews, once they stop dancing, then they will find out it wasn't really about competing, it was really more about being together and jam in one place.
The success in hip-hop worldwide is that no matter what language you speak, you can communicate through hip-hop culture. It's a serious way to unify youth.
The admiration they have for each and one another is the admiration for the dance itself. And that is the biggest key. That is the biggest key.
이제 한국밥 바빠지겠네요.
바빠졌으면 좋겠어요. 바빠질 거 생각하면 또 기분 좋고요. 바빠져야죠. 저 그래도 세계 챔피언인데 바빠질 거예요. 네. 많이 활동하고 싶어요, 더.
옛날에는 아버지로서 이제 걱정을 많이 했죠. 지금은 이제 바라보는 거죠. 자랑스럽게 바라보고 더욱더 이제 빛냈으면 하는 생각만 갖고 있습니다.
자기가 하는 그 춤이 이 사회에서 자리 잡게 되면은 경제적인 문제도 해결되고, 일단 자기가 좋아하는 걸 하면 그게 모든 댄서의 꿈일 것 같아요.
Like Bambata, from Osaka, Japan to Las Vegas, Nevada. Top rock scholar, modern day street opera. Bring a box, make sure the beat's proper. South Bronx boogie all over the break. You might catch a fist glide right in your face. Apple Jacks and hollow backs. I make it hard to swallow, try to follow that. Go set ready, the press is heavy. They got wild style like Fat Five Freddy. And move the smoothest to a piece of music. Get on stage and make the people lose it. They forgot they were free to choose it. Media just gon' feed them bullshit. We bridge the gaps between the older cats and the kids that don't really know their facts. It started in New York, then the world caught the fever. Hypnotized by the sound from the speaker. Crews go for hours without taking breathers. In battle till there's no tread left on the sneakers. Planet Bboy where we live. And bring it to you live, nothing but the square biz. There it is. Planet Bboy, breathe through live. There it is. Like Rakim said, it ain't where you're from. Ever since Cool Herc started looping drums, dance floors became a spiritual plane. To overcome the mental and the physical pain. When the rhythm hits them, it gets in them. The opposite of venom. The remedy, extremities extended while they spin and burn holes in they denim. Pull a freeze, grin and have you feeling like you're right there in the street with them. Concrete, cardboard, wood, tile, linoleum. Let's put Ken Swiss kicks in the Smithsonian. For the honor, for the love, for the sport. The way the music makes the bodies contort. It started in New York, then the world caught the fever. Hypnotized by the sound from the speaker. Crews go for hours without taking breathers. In battle till there's no tread left on the sneakers. Planet Bboy where we live. And bring it to you live, nothing but the square biz. There it is. Planet Bboy, breathe through live. There it is.
So the first part that people are going to try is just this. Drop, turn the hips.
My name's Buddha. I'm from Ottawa, Canada. I started the Canadian Floor Masters 23 years ago and dancing consistently from the early 80s. But I also am a social worker. I went to school and I did a master's in social work, and I combined those two things together to try and come up with a package that speaks to young people in youth at-risk communities, Aboriginal communities in the far north in Canada. Whether it's the South Bronx or whether it's a poor community in the Arctic in Canada, there's some similarity in the conditions that young people may not feel they have a voice. And we sort of give them these categories of art, of music, of dance, of fashion, of attitude, of ways of expressing ourselves in a way that they can have pride in their culture and bring in their own elements and explore ways that they can sort of reclaim a voice. They've got to get some self-confidence and believe that they have value, and their life is important. And to me, that's the starting point.